Hey everyone, welcome to Octane 21 and the Directories Roadmap session today. I'm joined by my colleagues Kristina and Tim, and we're really excited to share with you some of the latest improvements we've been working on to improve our Okta Directories platform. I assume almost all of you relate to this image. Over the last year, we have not been to the office, working from home, onboarding colleagues remotely without even meeting them face to face. COVID-19 has really transformed and reimagined the way companies do their work today. This trend is going to continue. Gartner, in fact, did a recent research report where it said 82% of enterprises intend to adopt some sort of remote work within their organization. This trend of remote work is really going to be the new normal going forward. Now, in order to adapt to this new world, companies have started to adopt a lot of new technologies that will help them stay efficient and remain competitive. For example, companies have started to roll out productivity tools like Box, G Suite, etc. for their employees to work together and share enterprise content. Companies have implemented modern collaboration tools like Slack, Zoom, and Teams to quickly get in touch with each other for meetings and chat. And they have really accelerated adoption of also cloud infrastructure like AWS, GCP, and Azure, because your employees are no longer within the corporate network and you need a secure cloud environment where employees can access data from anywhere in the world. COVID-19 has rapidly accelerated a lot of these digital transformation projects. However, while all of this digital transformation continues to happen, your identities are still hosted and managed in your legacy directories, like Active Directory. IT is facing significant challenges because of this. One, your legacy directories are really not suited to help you adopt a lot of cloud technologies at a rapid pace. They do not have the out-of-the-box deep integrations that you need. And second, legacy directories require a bunch of custom work and complex networking rules to adopt cloud apps and scale to your enterprise needs. This is super frustrating for IT admins because they spend so much time and effort building and maintaining this infrastructure, something they'd rather avoid. And to top it all off, your legacy directories coupled with your huge on-prem footprint puts your entire security landscape at risk. We keep reading about these headlines so frequently these days, and IT is struggling to keep their on-prem infrastructure secure. In this new world, what IT and enterprise need is a modern cloud directory that will help them do their job while also satisfying the business objectives. Namely, one, you need an enterprise-grade cloud directory that will help you adopt any cloud technology that you want and will facilitate rolling out the new technology in the fastest time possible. Two, you need a directory that implements the best security practices offered in the industry by default and will help you securely onboard and manage any user, device, or identity at scale. And three, you need a directory that does not have the same baggage as your legacy directory and helps you modernize your on-prem footprint, thereby saving on maintenance costs and also improving your security posture. Okta's directory platform is built to solve these exact business priorities. Whether your source of truth for identities is Active Directory, some HR system, or even other legacy databases, Okta's directory platform helps you pump identities that have been hosted in these systems directly to the cloud, manage these identities natively in the cloud, and really helps you adopt the cloud technology that your enterprise needs. We really achieve this vision using three major components. One, using Okta's directory integrations platform, companies can pump all the identities that have been hosted in your legacy directories like AD and LDAP in a scalable and secure fashion to the Okta cloud. Two, using Okta Universal Directory, companies can securely manage any cloud identity, for example, employees, partners, contractors, and your customers natively from the cloud. And three, using Okta's LDAP interface, Okta Directories platform helps you modernize your legacy infrastructure, thereby saving money in infrastructure maintenance and improving security. We've been working hard through the pandemic, building a lot of net new cool capabilities across all of these focus areas. And through the rest of the presentation, I cannot wait to share what we've been working on with you. So let's get started. First up, I'd like to invite Tim to talk about Okta's directory integrations platform. Tim?
Thanks, Vijay. So let me talk a little bit about our team Okta Directories integration. Our team solves integration problems, and our product is AD and LDAP integration. We enable customers to connect their on-prem sources to Okta so that they can coexist at the same time. So today, when you have a customer come in and log into your Okta website, they have to talk to your AD or LDAP as the source of truth for authentication. Our team has built an AD and LDAP agent that sits behind the firewall so that Okta can communicate down to your AD or LDAP directory. Once we are able to verify a person is who they say they are, we pass that information back to our agent and then back into Okta so that your user or customer can go ahead and log in. This is one of our most popular products that we have and is used by many of our customers today. I'd like to talk a bit about our new integration features, things that we shipped last year and things that are going to be coming up this year. The first thing that we shipped was user deactivation for multiple AD instances. In this case, the problem that we were trying to solve was if you are an admin and you're trying to disconnect a user from AD instances 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or many more, you want to be able to do so. They had to be part of AD instance 1. This meant if you wanted your customer to be sourced from Okta instead of AD, this was not possible. Now, with this new feature, you can disconnect them from AD instances 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and many more. And this is available now to help many of our large-scale customers. The second thing that we shipped was we wanted to support more LDAP directories, including ODSEE, OUD, and eDirectory. The problem that we were trying to solve here was that for customers who came in who had unsupported LDAP directories like ODSEE, OUD, or eDirectory, they would have to migrate their entire LDAP directory over to Okta UD, which could take days. Now, with this feature, you're able to keep your LDAP directory as a source of truth while performing things such as delegated authentication, just-in-time provisioning, so that your customers are able to migrate over to Okta slowly while you're keeping your LDAP directory running and keeping your business functioning. This is also available today. Third, the next thing that we want to ship was LDAP group password policy. In this feature, what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to create different password policies for different groups. The problem that we want to solve here was for a lot of the large customers, they have situations where they have two different groups, such as one where it's a full-time employee, another one where it's a part-time employee, and they want to set different password policies. With this feature, you'll be able to do that. This is going to be available in GA of H1 2021. Last, the thing that we're most excited to announce is DevOps to Anything. This has been one of the most highly requested products at Okta. You'll be able to connect your database to Okta and make it the source of truth. The problem that we're trying to solve here for a lot of our large customers is that they come in to Okta wanting to keep all of their user identity on their database, but they don't know how to connect it with Okta. In a lot of instances, we recommended that these customers should migrate their entire database to Okta, but this was a lot of heavy lifting. They didn't want to do this quote unquote big bang approach. So with this new product, what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to connect your database to Okta while performing delegated authentication so that your users can be provisioned into Okta slowly as they are authenticated. This is not available today, but it is something that we're going to be building. So the key takeaways are 4 things. 1, we now empower our admins to deactivate users at scale across multiple AD instances. 2, we will be allowing you to assign password policies to different LDAP groups to increase security. 3, you can now connect more LDAP directories for a smoother transition to Okta. And 4, you'll be able to connect your databases to Okta for delegated authentication and start your journey to the cloud. Here's the roadmap of what we have. You can see a lot of these features are available now, but the 2 that are going to be coming up are LDAP group password policies coming in Q2 and Q3, and in Q4 and later, we'll be shipping DevOps to Anything. I'd like to now hand this over to Vijay.
Thanks, Tim. That was a pretty impressive list of new capabilities we are shipping with the Okta Directories platform. And I cannot wait for our customers to try out these new features and share feedback. Next up, I want to talk about Okta's Universal Directory. As many of you might know, Okta Universal Directory is your cloud based central identity management plane that will help you manage any identities within your organization directly from the cloud. Be it your employees, partners, contractors, or even your customers. Be it your groups that have been created within Okta or imported from AD, or be it your admin accounts. Our vision with Universal Directory is for UD to be the central place where IT manages every identity within your organization. UD is different from other directories because one, it is built 100% in the cloud, so you don't have to spin up and maintain any on-prem infrastructure to run UD. It scales from the cloud, so you don't have to worry about high availability, as UD employs a fully distributed architecture that comes with a 99.99% Okta SLA. Three, it is vendor neutral, and this is very important. So, because when you choose Okta, you get the choice to adopt any technology that you want seamlessly. Imagine how difficult it would be in the old world for you to move from Exchange or Office 365 to G Suite when using Active Directory. You do not have the lock in with Okta. And four, it is secure, as Okta employs a zero trust approach for every customer org we have, giving you the peace of mind that your data is safe in the cloud. UD is used by almost every customer across the Okta customer base, ranging from smaller companies to some of the biggest names in the world. We've been working really hard over the last 12 months, and I want to start off by reminding the audience about a couple of new capabilities that were announced as generally available in 2020 for Universal Directory. First up is the concept of devices in UD. You might have heard a lot about Okta FastPass, which is the new device-based client that customers can use to achieve seamless SSO for their applications using a modern version of Okta Verify. Now, with Okta FastPass, not only can you achieve seamless SSO, but you can also manage the devices that have FastPass installed directly in UD. This is so critical for enterprises now because, in addition to users and groups, enterprises can also manage their devices directly from the admin console. With the Okta Devices capability, customers can not only view which devices are used by the users within their organization, they can also take advanced actions on the device, such as suspending devices from accessing certain applications or deactivating certain devices from logging into Okta, all directly from your admin console. We are so proud of this platform capability and the value this is going to unlock for our customers. This is currently available today in early access and requires the Okta Identity Engine for you to adopt. The second capability that I wanted to quickly touch upon is the concept of user types within Universal Directory. In the old world, your identity landscape consisted primarily of your employees. But in the new world, organizations have the need to not just manage employees, but also have the need to maintain external identities like partners, contractors, or even guests. In this scenario, user types gives you the ability to have a separate user schema for each user type so that IT can automate identity onboarding at a rapid pace for each user type. Now, I want to stress that user types is a foundational platform investment that we have made within UD. Over the coming months, we will be extending user types to other Okta products, such as workflows, where you can add custom workflow for each user type, or even Okta Identity Governance, where you will be able to configure access requests and certification policies for specific user types. User types is currently in GA today, and customers can leverage user types directly from your Okta org. Okay, that was a quick snap on what we did in 2020. Now, I'm really excited to share with you about all of the new capabilities we've been working on to improve universal directories over the last 12 months and how we've improved to make UD your central cloud identity management plane. So I'd like to invite Kristina to share with you all of those new capabilities and when they will be available. Kristina?
Thanks, Vijay. Hey everyone, I'm Kristina, PM for our Universal Directory product. I'm super excited today to share some of the new features that we're looking to release this year. First, I'll share exciting news on what I think you all have been waiting for: custom admin roles. We heard from you that our 9 out of the box Okta admin roles were not flexible enough, and that we needed to provide more customization around delegated administration. So I am very excited today to announce that we're going to be launching custom admin roles to support your complex administration needs. Instead of just adding out of the box admin roles, we wanted to go above and beyond to establish a foundation for ultimate flexibility. Custom admin roles empowers an IT leader to delegate administration of specific tasks. This feature enables a least privilege access approach across all admins within an organization. We are providing a modular solution to creating and managing admin assignments, and it even comes complete with auditing tools to further secure your organization with the ability to track changes made and to track more granular access and permissions. We can't wait to get this into your hands. Here's a snapshot of what the experience will look like. You'll notice here how easy it is to spin up a new custom role by just checking the desired permissions listed. We are making it easy to scope assignments at the user and or group level. It is even possible to combine new custom roles and assignments with existing admin roles. So really, admins can create roles that exactly meet their specific needs. Custom admin roles will be released in early access over the next few months. Then, over the course of this next year, we're going to continue on our investment leading up to a generally available release with custom admin roles, and this will have even more granular control for managing roles and access across the entire Okta product. The second area I want to focus on is groups. In Okta Universal Directory today, groups are treated as a bucket of users without much metadata associated with them. Today, we just have group name and group description, but do not have any additional metadata such as email, owner, or tags. This leads to inefficient identity management and inability to coordinate with downstream systems. So I am pleased to announce the capability to add custom metadata to groups, something which we are calling group profiles for Universal Directory. With group profiles and Okta workflows, you will be able to automatically retrieve information stored in group profiles and push that to a downstream system. For example, let's say I wanted to push a distribution list from Okta to Office 365. Before we launched this feature, this would have not been possible. Now, with group profiles, you will be able to add the email address for a group as metadata associated to that group in Universal Directory. Then you can seamlessly push that information to Office 365 or any other workflows-enabled system like G Suite or Slack. We are making Okta group profiles available in early access in the first half of this year. In the future, we're looking forward to further extending this platform investment throughout all of Okta, and we couldn't be more excited about this product and for your feedback to help us evolve it in the future. Okay, so now moving on to the admin interface. You may have been following our incremental enhancements over the years, but we're now very excited to announce major improvements in the admin experience. The first improvement that we're thrilled to show you is the ability to do advanced search for users and groups within Universal Directory. Today, without advanced search, our search experience in the admin console is limited. We got feedback from you that even the simple task of searching could be difficult, and this is because searching by custom attributes was not possible before, and also it was not easy to perform bulk actions in the UI. In the past, for instance, if I was an IT admin and I wanted to search for every intern or let's say every member of the sales org at my company and then bulk add them to a group, I would have had to search for each user by name individually and manually and then add them one by one to a group. With advanced search, you'll be able to take any skim-based query as an input and retrieve results on users and groups. Not only will this increase efficiency for admin tasks like adding users to groups, but this feature will also expand the types of queries that you can run and will greatly reduce search times by adding in fundamental performance optimizations that make searching across the entire directory much more efficient. So this means that also in the future, other products that we launch will also benefit from this capability. Okta Advanced Search will be available in early access in the middle of this year or the end of H1. We are very excited about finally solving this problem for you, and we can't wait for you to try it. The second improvement that we want to show you is a revamped groups management experience. Previously, this UI had not been optimized for handling larger scale operations. For example, we heard from some of our largest customers that it was difficult to add a large number of users to a group. Additionally, there were pitfalls in the UI that could lead to frustrating mistakes. As you can see in this screenshot, the Remove All button was right on the page, and this accidentally was hit more often than we'd like, leading to IT admins inadvertently removing all users from a group. In the updated UX for managing users and groups, we are bringing the benefits of advanced search, so it will be possible to search for users at scale as well as to bulk add or remove users from a group. This should make the admin task so much easier and faster. Our goal was to streamline groups management, and I am so proud to launch these highly performant and efficient ways to add and remove users from groups. This functionality will be available in early access at the end of H1 of this year. I think the best way to fully understand my excitement is to see it all in action. So here's a demo of the new capabilities that we talked about today. Just to set the context for the demo, Jonathan and I are IT admins for two different companies, and we'll be walking through the new capabilities.
Hi, Jonathan. How are things at ATCO?
Hi, Kristina. Great. It was really easy to move to remote work thanks to Okta.
Speaking of Okta, my HR team wants me to create a group of users for all of the interns that we have starting in March. But to be honest, I'm just not looking forward to it. I thought I could automate this using group rules, but we need the users by their start date and by their employee type.
My HR team is working on sending me the full list of users in a spreadsheet. From there, I'll have to copy each user over one by one to add them to the group in Okta. This could honestly take me hours, but I don't know. I wish there was a better way.
I know there are several steps, but the good news is that Okta just released a brand new user experience for group membership management. Let me show you. First, I'm going to create a group where I'm going to add all the interns that joined on March 3rd. I'm going to navigate to Directory, Groups, and click on Add Group. Let's name the group interns-0321-DL. Next, let's add the members. Click on Assign Members, and this UI is all new. The Add All button that caused so many problems in the past is gone. Let's explore Advanced Search. Building a query is easy. Let's say I need all the interns that started in March and the user type equals interns. I hit Search. I see there are 100 users in this table, and the users match the list of users in the spreadsheet that I got from HR. Let's click the checkbox on the top left and click Assign.
This is such a huge improvement. I can't wait to use the new experience. Something that would have taken me over 200 clicks before just got reduced to 2. This is going to save me and the other Okta admins at my company hours of tedious work. But I still have to create the distribution list in my email system.
Oh, have you heard about group profiles? It's a new feature similar to user types, allowing you to add custom attributes to groups. Let me show you the feature. First, let's navigate to the Profile Editor page. There is a new tab for groups, where the group profile lives. Let's click on that group profile. There are two base attributes, name and description. And similar to user, we can now add custom attributes to groups. For the distribution list, Let's create a new custom attribute called email and save. Now, let's navigate to the intern group that we created earlier and add the value to the new custom email attribute. Let's navigate to the group, look for the intern group, and click the group. The group has now a profile tab, and it contains all the attributes from the group profile. Let's add the email. I click on the edit button and add the email, then save. The group in Okta is ready. And now you can use Okta workflows to push the group to the system that manages the distribution list.
These are really great features that are going to save us so much time. Thank you for walking me through all the new capabilities. My team is going to be thrilled. I can't wait to set up time with them first thing next week just to talk through all of the new features and what we can do.
Wow, that was a great list of new features that is coming down the pipeline for Universal Directory. Thank you so much, Kristina, for walking us through that and the awesome demo. We are super thrilled about delivering all of these new investments over the next 6 to 8 months, and I'm really looking forward to how Okta will be making it easier for you to manage your identities. However, we're not done with our new feature announcements just yet. I want to touch upon one additional major platform investment we will be making also over the next 12 months. Today, for example, if you are an enterprise workforce customer who's spread out across the world, has multiple business units for each geography, and wants to achieve administrative isolation with Okta for your users, your only option is to go multi-org and spin up multiple Okta orgs. There are many pain points with this approach. One, there is no way for the central IT team to go to a single place and gain visibility across all identities in your organization. This is because identities are scattered across multiple Okta orgs. Second, with the multi-org solution, there is no way for IT to quickly assign an application to everyone within the organization. Since identities are scattered across multiple orgs again, IT will have to create an individual app instance for every org they manage. This is going to take a long time to roll out these applications. So, we are building a new platform capability within UD to solve this problem, something we are calling realms. Think of realms as the equivalent of a domain in Active Directory. You will be able to create multiple realms within a single Okta org, giving you a true boundary of isolation within the org, where IT who manage users from one realm will not be able to see or manage any user property from users in another realm. When you combine the power that UD Realms offers you with the custom admin roles features that Kristina walked us through today, you're going to get super powerful delegated administrative capabilities. And this is going to give enterprises the ability to manage the entire org under one specific umbrella. This is a huge platform investment for Okta, and we are really, really excited to make this happen. We expect a beta version of Realms to land later this year, so be on the lookout for more information. So to summarize, I'd like to leave you with 3 key takeaways for Universal Directory. 1, with the Okta devices capability, customers can now also manage devices directly from UD on top of a user and group identities. 2, with new UD capabilities like custom admin roles, group profiles, and advanced search, we are going to tremendously improve your experience managing identities from UD. And finally, once you start leveraging these new capabilities, you're going to use Okta more and more to manage identities over time. And UD is going to help reduce your reliance on legacy directories like AD and will help you transition your identity management fully to the cloud. I'm really thrilled about all of these new capabilities that we announced today. Here is a slide that captures when these features will be available. Please also be on the lookout for Okta release notes and definitely share your feedback with the product team once you've had the chance to try out these new features. Now, the last section for today's presentation that I'd like to cover is around Okta's LDAP interface and how we help you modernize your legacy infrastructure with that. Today, many systems, for example, Jamf, Workspace ONE, etc., support LDAP as a mechanism to upload users into their directories. Customers generally integrate their Active Directory or other on-prem LDAP systems directly with these modern device management systems to upload and sync user information. However, you're going to run into the same challenges that you had with maintaining legacy directories. You're going to spin up additional on-prem infrastructure, which is going to be a pain. 2, this is going to increase your cost because you have to build and maintain this infrastructure. And 3, like I already mentioned, spinning up these on-prem infrastructure is going to increase your risk of being vulnerable to more security threats. This is not the most optimal solution for our customers. This is why Okta built the LDAP interface. Okta's LDAP interface is basically a wrapper that is built on top of the Okta API framework and helps you integrate systems that support LDAP like Workspace ONE or Jamf directly with Okta via LDAP. The beauty of the LDAP interface is it uses the traditional Okta approach and is 100% built in the cloud. This avoids the need for you to spin up more legacy infrastructure. And furthermore, you can also secure your LDAP sign-ons using Okta sign-on policies, making it even more secure than what it used to be. We've made numerous improvements to the Okta LDAP interface over the last 12 months, and I'd like to touch upon a couple of them. 1, we now have the capability to read app groups directly from the LDAP interface. Now let me explain what this means to you. Without this feature, customers who imported groups from Active Directory and wanted to read these groups via LDAP interface would have to duplicate these groups into an Okta group, because without this feature, LDAP interface only supported reading Okta groups. Now with these new capabilities, customers can use whatever groups they imported from AD and read them directly via the LDAP interface, ensuring that customers do not need to duplicate groups and group data within Okta, and ultimately ensure a faster time to value with the LDAP interface. We are really excited about this, and App Groups is currently available in the early adopter program today. So please reach out to your account rep or a CSM to take advantage of this capability. Another major improvement we've made with the LDAP interface is to introduce new capabilities to isolate sign-on policies only for the LDAP interface requests. Previously, like I mentioned, customers could create policies to secure sign-on requests to the LDAP interface. For example, only allowing requests from a certain IP using Okta sign-on policy. However, the policy that you created would apply for every Okta sign-on, and there was no way to isolate that policy only for the LDAP requests. With this new capability, customers will have the ability to create sign-on policies and isolate them only to LDAP interface requests. This is going to be powerful for our customers because they can now create straightforward, simple policies without having to think of creative ways on how they can limit a policy to only apply for LDAP. This capability will be generally available for customers by the end of H1 of 2021, and we are really excited to ship this out. So to quickly wrap up this section around LDAP, I want to share with you 2 key things. 1, Okta's LDAP interface can help you connect UD to other cloud and on-prem systems that communicate via LDAP and keep your user accounts in sync. And 2, with all of the new improvements we are making around LDAP, we are really making it easy for customers to adopt LDAP interface, and our sincere hope is over time, customers can modernize their legacy infrastructure and reduce your reliance on on-prem LDAP using Okta's offering. Okay, that was a lot of amazing investments we spoke about today. I hope you are as excited as I am about all of the problems we are solving for our customers through the Okta Directories platform and how valuable this is going to be for all of you over time. I want to put this all together and what this means for your business. Okta's directory platform overall is designed to help enterprises solve 3 key problems. 1, we help companies accelerate their cloud adoption by moving their identities to the cloud using Okta's directory integration platform without spinning up more legacy infrastructure. 2, we help organizations to start managing any identity, including users, groups, devices, directly from the cloud using Okta Universal Directory, and help you reduce your reliance on AD and custom scripts that you might use to manage these identities. And 3, over time, we help modernize your legacy infrastructure for LDAP using Okta's LDAP interface, ultimately resulting in cost savings and improved security for the business overall. And really, at the end of the day, over time, our vision is to help enterprises start planning to make Okta as the cloud identity management plane for every identity within your organization. and help you move away from using more and more on-prem infrastructure for managing your identities. Here is a quick summary of every feature that we announced today for the Okta Directories platform and when they will be available. This slide will be available after the session, so please reference this slide for any questions you might have on when all of the new features that we announced today will actually land. To close, I have two key calls to action for you. One, try out the new capabilities that we announced today at Octane, and please share your feedback with the product team. We take your feedback seriously, and without your feedback, it is really impossible for us to build good products. And two, like I mentioned, start planning on how you can take more advantage of Okta and start making Okta as your central system of record for identity management for every identity within your company. And if you have any improvements in mind that you either did not hear today, please share them via the Okta Ideas platform. PMs at Okta treat Okta Ideas as a really good source of inspiration for new items to get on the roadmap. So the more ideas and outputs we get, the more likely it is going to make to the product roadmap in the long term. Here are some recommended sessions that are happening through Octane 21 that I'd really encourage the audience to go visit. With that, thank you so much for listening, and I hope you all stay safe.